Hello, friends, and welcome into Tennessee Titans Today, where we are talking about Rashaan Evans and his future with Tennessee. Bleacher Report went through and named one player on each team who's on the quote-unquote hottest seat. And they went with Rashaan Evans, and quite frankly, I am inclined to agree with them on this one because I think that is the reality of the situation for Tennessee and for Rashaan Evans. The team has already declined his fifth-year option. That's not a huge surprise. He's going to be potentially expensive if he breaks out. But so far, Evans hasn't become the guy Tennessee and I myself thought he was going to be in the NFL. Frankly, he needs a breakout season. A, for his contract. B, to help Tennessee feel a little bit better. In fact, I would argue that maybe 2020 Rashaan Evans was a bit of a step down overall from 2019. Now, I also think that part of that is probably because the overall defense was not nearly as good. 96 tackles is not bad, but that's also not necessarily indicative of how good somebody is. Tackle numbers can be deceptive. 1 tackle for loss, not great. 5 pass breakups, actually pretty solid. 2019, meanwhile, I thought Evans was better against the run. I think the 9 tackles for loss really stand out in that area. 2.5 sacks, too. Now, the pass coverage numbers were worse in 2019. Frankly, I'd argue slightly better overall in coverage Evans was in 2020 versus 2019. But Tennessee is starting to prepare for the potential life without Evans. They have David Long along with Jaron Brown set to be key linebackers. They drafted Monty Rice out of Georgia in round 3, I believe, this past year. Justin March, BJ Bell, more special teams guys. So if Tennessee gets what they like out of Rice early, I think there are question marks then around the future of Rashaan Evans. I don't think you're going to see a trade this year. Everyone likes to speculate around, hey, fifth-year option was declined, let's go trade for him. I get that's always a thing. I don't know who's going to want to bring on Evans right now. And if you're Tennessee, you're still holding out hope. You're still hoping, hey, this year, Evans has the breakout year. And either A, we bring him back and pay him good money, or he leaves and we get a comp pick in that compensatory pick process. So I don't think trade is likely for Evans right now. That's selling at really one of his lower points in terms of his value. But I think Evans needs to emerge this year for himself and, of course, for the Tennessee Titans on the defensive side of the ball. So what do you think ends up happening? Will Rashaan Evans finally truly break out in 2021? That has not happened at this point. Get your votes in for me in the comment section. Type in Y for yes or type in N for no. As much as I want to say yes, I think at this stage, I was wrong about Evans coming out. I had a very high grade on him, and he hasn't quite lived up to that. So I'm not giving up hope, but I'm not expecting a true breakout year out of Evans to be a top 20 linebacker. Can he be a low-end starter? I'd be pretty pleased if I got that level of play from him truly this year.